Hello. Hope the signal stays strong. I hope. And today I'm want to talk a little bit about what is a legend. Okay, well, there are many interpretations of what legends are. Okay, but basically, the one thing I do know is that if you get a piece of history and a person with a great imagination, and you make up a story, okay, and you combine it all together, regardless wherever in the world you are, and that, like I said, you get a bit of history. It could be ancient history. You can get and someone that's an historian that's even better, but someone that's also a writer, okay, and you'll be really amazed on the legends that have come up over the centuries, not just over the years, over the decades, over the centuries, and that. Now, I can give you one very good example because it's so famous, okay, and that is the legend of Sleepy Hollow. Okay, I don't know how many people already know about that story, written by Washington Irving, okay. Now, the town of Sleepy Hollow is real. Okay, Sleepy Hollow, New York. Okay, now, how did Washington Irving come up with the legend? Okay, well, let's put a few characteristics together. Okay, you get a schoolmaster, which they had back in the 1800s. Okay, in the town of Sleepy Hollow, it's a very, very small town, so they have a schoolmaster. Okay, they had a war going through that area at the time, especially in the early 1800s. Okay, and then you had people that are very superstitious. Okay, and I believe it was in the fall. I might be wrong in this, but I believe it was in the fall. Okay, and that now, if he was thinking of coming up with a story around Halloween, what better idea? And another symbol, the jack-o'-lantern, ideal for harvest as well as Halloween. Okay, well, then he came up with fictional names like Ichabod Crane, the Headless Horseman. Who's the Headless Horseman? Okay, you have a man on a man on a horse. Back then, that would have been a soldier, during wartime. Okay, put all those little bits and pieces together. Okay, a legend is born, a story is born. If you take a really fascinating topic, okay, you comprise it with historical fact or even archaeological fact, whichever. You consult an historian to make sure that you got all the facts straight. Okay, you come up with a story or storyline. Okay, you put it all together. Okay, you'd be amazed at the stories that you can come up with. And Washington Irving did just that. Okay, the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And yet, a lot of people don't realize that it was made up by a guy from the area. A guy that was the guy at the time was a very struggling writer, but after the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, he became really famous. But the funny part is, though, he didn't become famous until after his death. And that, as sad as that sounds, and it wasn't until the 19th century is when it became really, really popular around Halloween time. But there are all other kinds of legends and stories that are circulating all over the internet and books and stuff like that, from different parts of the world. And that, not just the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, but the legend of, and then you can fill in the blanks. And all you have to do is Google it, and you come up with some very, really amazing stories and stuff like that. Like, I know there's one, it's a legend of a haunted house or hill house or something, and chances are that's comprised of an old house, okay, that's allegedly haunted. It's rumored to be haunted, I should say. Okay, people go in there to snoop around. Okay, you take those elements, put them together into a story. Okay, that could become a legend, and entitle it the Legend of the Haunted House, or the Legend of Hill House, or the Demon House. Okay, trouble is people would have a hard time discerning whether it was real or not. Well, if it says legend, chances are that it's just bits and pieces of history put together along with the story. There you have it, and that it still makes for entertaining reading, entertaining each other around Halloween and stuff like that, ghost stories and stuff like that. It's amazing, and I still recommend the Legend of Sleepy Hollow when it comes around Halloween. Where the headless horseman throws his pumpkin, at Ichabod Crane, and then an Ichabod Crane disappears. Okay, and I thought that was very fascinating. So anyway, today's stream is going to be a little shorter, and that because I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about legends, and that. Now, next week's title I haven't got yet from my guide yet, but I will be posting it in my on my Facebook, either on my Facebook profile or in the SWYPT group or something like that, and that. But it should be very interesting. Now, if you have any suggestions, okay, I'll be posting this video or the stream on my YouTube channel. So if you want to put in the comments below what topic you'd like me to cover, okay, I'll do my best to do just that. Okay, because like I still have lots of topics, but I want to get your ideas as well, and that because it's not just my ideas that I want to cover. I want to cover your ideas, your suggestions as well, and that. So anyway, like I said, I cover the paranormal, spiritual issues, and mediumship. Okay, I cover all three, and that. And for those who are thinking of contacting me for a reading, and that, I don't do readings. I do live streams. I try to instruct. Okay, if you want a reading, I can refer you to a very good friend of mine, Derek Green, and that, who has a Facebook page under the name Derek Green Psychic Medium. Okay, check out his Facebook page. Okay, and they'll help you out there. Okay, so anyway, people, I'll be putting this on my YouTube channel eventually, hopefully sometime today. And if you have any suggestions for future topics, please in the comments below let me know, and I'll do my best to cover them as well. Okay, so anyway, I appreciate your support. Still, my channel is my TikTok account is really growing. Thank you. Without you, I wouldn't be here. And once again, God bless you, and I'll see you real soon. I'll see you next Friday. Okay, so love and light, everybody.